Hello, everybody. Welcome back to a surprise live stream of Cord Cutters News. We're going to be diving into some of these things happening. Chat, hey, Christmas is over here. I hope you all had a fantastic Christmas. I know Hanukkah is getting underway, Kwanzaa, and many others. I hope you all have had a great holiday season. I know I still have one more Christmas party. Of course, New Year's is next week here in the United States. There's a lot happening. It's great to see so many people here already. Barry, you friend, I apologize. Dyslexia is going to kill me on a lot of these names. First time catching me live. Yeah, we don't do these like we used to. I'm not saying get used to these. Let me just say that I'm not saying get used to these. Oh, I'm gonna test out some new equipment, some different things, some stuff that maybe we'd be using for cord cutting today. Check out tomorrow's video for a test stream of some new ideas what we can do different things. Hey, it's great to see so many people rolling in already. Already 126 people. NYC, what's the prediction for cord cutting streaming in 2025? Cord cutting and streaming 2025. Let's save predictions for just a minute, NYC. Let's get some more people in here. I got some fun stuff here to look at with that. But question for everybody: anybody get anything good for Christmas? Anything? Any good Hanukkah? Kwanzaa? What? Anything good? Anybody get? All right. And then while you do that, I'm gonna look for one thing. In 2024. All right. I want to look at one thing here. Change. Here we go. All right. Well, we start talking about things we got. I got some good stuff. More importantly, my kids got some good stuff. I'm getting a new transmission in my vehicle. Maybe not the Christmas present I wanted, but the warranty in my vehicle has 2,000 miles left on it. So squeak that one in underneath the R on that one. We got about 2,000 miles. So, well, it may cost me 150 or whatever that deductible was. I forget. I have to look. It's 150 bucks. They're taking care of the rest. All right. So let's kind of take a look and at some of the different stuff happening with this. All right. NYC got us up some Blu-rays. Anybody get any good videos or streaming players? Let me comment. I think YouTube TV will lower prices soon. No, because the channels are demanding even more money. Don't forget locals. We talked about this not too long ago. Locals are demanding more money from services like YouTube. So let's try out something here. All right, let's take a look here. Earlier this year, I predicted some or 5 cable networks most likely to shut down as of November 2024. Now, remember, this is as of November 2024, not necessarily meaning that ones that are going to be shutting down on the 24th. Let's see if these have changed at all. Now, interestingly, MTV was my number one. What did we learn just recently? That Paramount has decided MTV and other networks, including Comedy Central, are no longer a priority. I'm kind of shocked to see MTV going heavy into the Friends and Big Bang Theory. That just doesn't feel like MTV content, even though it may not be the MTV you and I grew up with. It doesn't feel like MTV content. Period. A long time ago, okay, maybe 10 plus years ago, I had an interview I listened to with the president of MTV at the time. Remember, this was 10 plus years, and he was talking about how people uh, often talk about, "Oh, well, MTV's not as good as when I was a kid. It doesn't I don't connect. I don't like what's on MTV." He said, "That's kind of the I have." It was my goal at the time was, late teens, early 20-year-olds. He goes, "I need to keep developing this channel to target late teens, early 20-year-olds because that's kind of the market we have here." So we'll have to see if that plays out, but it's very interesting to see now MTV's kind of thrown that away, right? No longer are they targeting the 20s teens with Big Bang Theory, Friends. Well, I'm sure there are 20s and teens who like the Big Bang Theory and Friends. That's really not their main focus with it. I have to keep a very focused look at this and see how that plays out. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. MTV 5 years from now, any future for it? I kind of don't think so. NYC says, I remember when news broke that network streaming service consolidate into Max. You said that you wouldn't be surprised if the channel eventually shut down. I still wouldn't. Just the margins on that are so thin. Bloomberg has a little in though because it's so focused on finance that finance or I said Bloomberg. Boomerang. Sorry, NYC. Talking re. I'm rusty on this. Yeah, Boomerang number 2 is who I think is going to shut down. I have MeTV Toons. I have Boomerang. Bloomberg, though, I think is going to merge into Max app, and other services offer it as a streaming version. But I think they got a long ways to go because they offer financial information. Boomerang does not. Boomerang over the air, free with MeTV Tunes. Also, a partially owned or partial joint venture with Warner Bros. Discovery. I have Boomerang. I just don't get it. Leave a comment. What do you think is most likely to shut down which cable network? Is Disney Plus gonna be available on YouTube Prime channels, Luke? Probably not. Di Disney Plus content, Disney as a whole, has been viewing Disney Plus as like a hub for all their with so much live content and other stuff built into it, they really want you to use the app, and when they go through things like Prime channels for, Amazon Prime, YouTube Prime Time channels, or other things like YouTube is, better Roku with that too. They lose a chunk of their revenue. I just don't see Disney doing that. Others will, but others won't. What about Baby First TV? That's another one. Increasingly, why have a Baby First TV where I can turn on YouTube and turn stuff on? There's another great channel that probably isn't doing too well. What is Baby First TV? Prime time ratings. Let's see if they even show up. And nope, they don't. Nielsen's top 150 some channels. Baby First TV does not appear during prime. We'll see. All right, Red Nick at Night is moving up to start at 8 PM, which means Disney Channel will be the only channel to be 24/7 until, Disney Junior consolidate into the main. Yeah, so it wouldn't surprise me if Nick at Night eventually moves up much further. Heck, I would not be surprised if Adult Swim eventually merges in and becomes a main channel. All right. Maybe Cartoon Network becomes the sub channel. Hey, maybe for a couple hours in the middle of the day or the morning, Adult Swim airs Cartoon Network content. I watch it. Okay, what is Cartoon Network's prime time? Um, oh wait, they don't even show up in prime time anymore. Cartoon Network has no prime time ratings um, for what is it? Adult Swim. It's like 211,000 viewers. Not great, honestly, but still way better than what's happening with, um, adults or a Cartoon Network. Nobody's watching, CNN and MSNBC. Honestly, a lot of truth in that. Very bad ratings recently. You can blame the election for a lot. Let's just be honest, there's a lot of people upset over how that went. I'm not getting into that. We're not here to discuss politics in that realm if it's not directly related to cord cutting. But CNN and MSNBC are definitely paying for that. Fox News is winning, though. They're seeing a big bump. All right, let's hear Sandy. Hello, Sandy. Thanks for being here. Thanks for subscribing and supporting us. Great to see so many people jumping on and a surprise. Honestly, I didn't even know I was going to do this an hour ago. I was testing out some stuff with the setup here. Let me know what you think of this stuff. How's the stream look? How's everything up here? What's the quality? Leave me a comment. Let me know. Stephanie, I think, is what a lot of people do. Blu-rays, DVDs. And what's sad though, a lot of new movies, a lot of new TV shows are not coming out on Blu-ray and DVDs. So what can you even do? You can't even watch them with that. Nick at Night Nick at Night is still around only because of Friends. You know what? Friends is now going to be on both Nickelodeon's Nick at Night, MTV. Is Comedy Central getting it too? I can't remember the story, but I think so. It wouldn't surprise me at all. Um, and at one point, you just have to say, "What's the point?" Okay, Friends, yay! We want to watch reruns of Friends. Why not just turn on something like Paramount Plus, Max? There's like, where is Friends? Let me leave a comment. Is it on Paramount Plus? Is it Max? Where is it right now? I think it's moving around all the time. Um, Peter says, "I don't get MeTV Tunes in my area." You know, that is true. You can still get it on Friendly or Philo. They say when they announced that they free channel now different from the main national feed of MeTV. So not gonna be the same one you get with an antenna, but MeTV Tunes is supposed to have a free channel on things like Pluto TV or Tubi. So far, though, radio silence, and they haven't responded to my request for when that's actually gonna happen. Alright, people are saying Friends is on Max now. I wonder what's going on that's going. What about ATSC 3.0? So ATSC 3.0 next gen TV, that's the new over-the-air TV standard, um, that's been rolling out. Still rolling out, still well behind anticipated numbers. I know, for a long time, we heard big time numbers about what that would actually look like in subscriptions. It's just not hitting those numbers. Will it go away? No, they're not gonna shut down MeTV Tunes. Is it way behind where or excuse me, MeTV Tunes. I'm reading and talking, I'll show you something in a minute. Is it way behind where ATSC 3.0 was predicted to be? Oh, yes, it was. Alright, let's take a look. One of my biggest stories. Let's talk about a channel that really got big this year, MeTV Tunes. Leaked that was happening May 1st. They accidentally posted some of the stories early, took the stories down. If it became official that week, went live on June 25th. MeTV Tunes is probably the biggest I did a Cordy award for the biggest new channel or new service. I think MeTV Tunes would win it. I am shocked at how many people absolutely love this. So, what do you think? What did you think of MeTV Tunes? Any feedback on MeTV Tunes? Are you surprised by how excited people are about it? Now, if you don't have it where you live, it is still slowly rolling out, and they are still slowly, um, releasing it in, new markets. So we waiting to see what happens here. Leave me a comment. What do you guys think of MeTV Tunes? And ladies, I'm from the Midwest, we have to say that. Also, what do you think of this setup? How do you like this, like, picture in picture? Do you like this one, or is this a better look? What do you think of it? Which you like option number, 2 here? Option number 1? Okay, let's all go to the eye doctor. Is number 2 better, or is number 1 better? Or do you not care for these? Leave me a comment below. Will me MLB, be on YouTube? Probably not. I don't think MLB.T or MLB TV, MLB Network, excuse me, will come back to YouTube TV. I'm assuming that's what you're asking. A lot of reasons behind that. Without the RSNs, I think, YouTube has looked around and said the cost of that's quite high. It's a very expensive channel for how many people actually watch it. And I think they've decided that why are we spending all this money on a channel that's not getting a lot of, um, traffic with it? So, I think that's what's happening. Now, the other problem here is MLB Network's now with MLB TV. So if you want MLB, they're like, "Just get that and be happy." I'm seeing a lot of people saying option number 1 is your preferred. So this is for a couple twos, but only a couple. It seems to be pretty overwhelming number 1. So you kinda like this beat? I'm experimenting with some ways in the cord cutting to make cord cutting today better. Um, I still would intend to record it with the backdrop of the TV, but I'm gonna do a test tomorrow. So make sure to watch cord cutting today tomorrow, and let me know what you think of the test. See if it's worth me making some big changes in how we have the tech lab set up downstairs for the recordings. All right, here is a quite the question, folks. What streaming apps are worth subscribing to? Depends on who you are. Here is the greatest thing about cord cutting, right? For you, maybe you love anime and maybe movies and stuff, but you could care less about sports. Maybe somebody else, I don't know if you like that. And so maybe things like Crunchyroll, Max, Hulu are great options for you. Maybe you're only care about sports. You're like, "Hey, I want some sports and some news." Well, there you go. Say, "Well, hey, I want something like a YouTube TV, a Fubo, Philo," or not Philo, Hulu plus IG. Philo is one if you don't care for sports. But I think there's so many, um, out there that offer so many options. So when I hear things like, "What streaming services are worth subscribing to?" It's 100% up to you. There are certain people who are just absolutely into anime and will do Crunchyroll and love it. Many people could care less. Heck, there's complete channels dedicated to, like, outdoor sports activities. There's subscription services. Love it. It's all personal opinion, and I don't think there's any wrong answer here. What is the best free TV app? Well, that's brings in again personal opinions. What is best? Now, in our survey of our readers, there are three free ad supported streaming services that are really dominant. Pluto TV number one, Tubi number two, and the Roku channel number three. Freevee and the rest become distant very quickly, fall very far behind that. I do find though that Tubi leans a lot more into the on-demand content for people who are like in the on-demand, and then the live TV people are more into Roku channel and Pluto TV, but it really does vary wildly. So, but it is what it is. So, how's the camera? How's the audio in this setup? Testing out a new setup here, some different stuff. Steve, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, whatever you may celebrate. Hope you all had a really good one. I had a very good time with my family. We've had like three Christmas parties this week already. We got one more left to go, and then we're going to be good. All right. Let me look at one thing. Yeah. So, um, interestingly, I know, um, I see comments of people saying Crunchyroll shutting down. That is not true. Now, Funimation is Crunchyroll and Funimation merged. They used to be 2 separate streaming services. Now they're one. Crunchyroll is the one staying place. Funimation is the one that's going away. So definitely check that out. Hey, we got 226 people watching. I'm kind of shocked. It's been so long. We didn't schedule this, didn't announce it. Probably should go put this on social media real quick. Let me go do that just real quick as we talk. Um, but leave me a comment, let me know. Do you enjoy these live ones? I'll be honest, I'll explain in a moment. I can't promise these are gonna become regular. I One of the reasons I wanted to test this out though is, uh, we're a few hundred away from 300,000 subscribers on YouTube. I intend to do a special live stream to celebrate that when that comes. Alright, let's put this on social media. Alright, I'm gonna put this on social media so everybody knows, if you follow me on social media. If you're not, why not? Speaking of that, while I do this real quick, hey, if you're only following us on uh, over on Facebook, highly suggest that you switch over. We've been having a lot of problems with Facebook recently. I will say they've been becoming fewer and fewer, but Facebook just randomly taking stories down. Not just ours. I've talked to many websites out there who are struggling with Facebook just taking down stories. Highly encourage you to subscribe to our newsletter every Monday, every morning period. We also have a weekly one every Monday. And or follow us on X. I know some people don't like it, but honestly, it's one of the ones we've had the least problems with recently. I'm not going to get into the fact that there's um, changes with that and ownership, but follow us everywhere you can. Highly recommend though, don't rely on Facebook because it's become an unreliable place to get all of our stories. Hey, what do you mean when you say comments on the NBA situation? Give me a little bit more details. Need better audio? I got a full microphone right here that we're using, so I can look at it. I don't know, maybe these things aren't right. I'll listen to this after and see what the quality of it. Yeah, I do know, I know I see that a lot of people are not a fan of Crunchyroll's UI. Um, what is probably the worst app in all of streaming I've ever used? Big Ten Networks, the BTN Plus subscription streaming service, which gives you access to more Big Ten related sports content. The Roku app in particular is bad, very buggy, very crashy, very low quality, one out there. So, you sound I sound garbled? Audio is breaking up a tad bit. Alright, that's why we do test streams. Let me go see, where am I polling from? Let's go see here. Audio settings, default. Switch. All right. All right. Option number 2, how is the audio? It's not the internet speed. I'm sitting on a gig down and about, 80 up, something like that right now. Leave me a comment. How's the audio now? Is audio sounding better? With that. I'll jump back here. I started watching Pluto TV on Roku TV tonight. Honestly, Pluto TV, Tubi, there's so many Roku channel, all kinds of great ones out there. I am very sad to see free feed going away. That is a shame, to be honest with you. Better? All right. Let's see if this is better. Again, it's been a while. I have a new computer, new setup. Um, a little better. I'm not really sure what to tell you about why I'm breaking up a little bit. Let's see here if I can hear it. If I go quickly live and all right, sounds okay on my end over here for now. Sorry about any weird echo, but well, I'll look into the audio later with it. Audio will always be a little bit worse this than in the pre-recorded ones, but I could definitely do some tweaks, see what may be causing that in StreamYard or different things. Do you think that Adult Swim should be 24/7? I think it's inevitable, to be honest with you, that there'll either be a second channel that's 24/7 or Cartoon Network's gonna go away. Kids' ratings are just awful. If you saw the news story we did today, compare that to Adult Swim, just huge, move over there on that. But, overall, so many people prefer Adult Swim. I think Adult Swim the reason Adult Swim is successful is the programming a little bit. I think it's also the humor they bring into it. I think a lot of people like, um, the ability to buy or to, get those little bumpers and be distracted by it. So I think the humor, the bumpers, the mix of content, the lower commercials in some shows, just the fun of it, I think really does help them stand out. And, I think there's a lot that they can do to develop that into a 24/7 network. We need some Core Cars News merchandise. We've sold mugs and stuff in the past. Maybe we need to do that again. I'll see if Becca can get on that and help make that a reality. All right. Let's take a look at something here. All right. Let's talk about the future. I've had a few people ask about this of Dish and DirecTV. So we all know that Dish and DirecTV had talked about coming together and merging. I still think that there's a possibility that that could still happen. That Dish and DirecTV could try a new deal. Every day that goes by makes that less likely, I think, a reality. Both companies are in big problems. Dish has some short-term funding come in. I don't think that they're gonna be able to survive without a bankruptcy at some point. They just have a lot of money that they're trying to put into its 5G service and become a wireless phone company to compete with Verizon, AT&T, T-Mobile. Um, Other people, um, DirecTV is being sold off from AT&T to TPG Capital. AT&T is selling its 70% share in it and moving over to uh, all things phone. They're getting out TV. Totally different CEO, right? One CEO was all about media, wanted to diversify AT&T, bought DirecTV, bought Time Warner. New CEO comes in and is like, "Ugh, look at these horrible numbers. The market's falling apart. Did we overpay for these services? Maybe, possibly." And so he splits off AT&T and DirecTV, spins off DirecTV, still retains 70% ownership for now, and brought in TPG Capital, 30% of TPG Capital took over. Warner Brothers Discovery became reality when AT&T spun off Warner Brothers into Discovery. Discovery team took over. AT&T, from my understanding, don't quote me on all the details, owns part of that deal still, but it's run by the Discovery team. Now we're in a position where both companies are struggling. It is reported that AT&T has lost 14 million subscribers and counting it, maybe over 15 million now, or even higher, since they bought DirecTV back in 2015. So Not even 10 years, maybe as many as 15 million customers now, because this story's from earlier in 2024. It's quite amazing. Now, a lot of people thought satellite companies would be fine, right? You live in rural America. How are you gonna cork the cut? Well, then comes 5G home internet, Starlink internet from space, soon to be Amazon internet from space. Other companies are trying to launch similar services. You get the growth of cable and fiber and more reaching out to new rural American areas. One of the things that Spectrum hopes to do to become net positive in the subscribers for wireless or for wired internet is to bring in new markets. To do that, they're reaching out to rural America and wiring them to bring in new customers. That raises a question. Okay, now rural Americans have internet. I know some people up in Alaska, and they talk very highly about how popular Starlink is in Alaska, especially in the rural Alaskan villages who now are connected to the world, even though they may not have roads in, they may rely on airplane travel, barges sometimes of the year, but they got Starlink and now they have great internet. And it's quite amazing. Um, it's quite interesting how that all plays out. All right. Frankie, Frank, I'm sorry. I apologize. It says he has two fiber options. Yeah, I still only have two too. I have AT&T and T and a new small company plus you sell T-Mobile 5G, not Verizon 5G home internet. Of course, they got Starlink and internet, cable internet, and other options. It's amazing how many options are out there now for internet and continue to grow. You'd be amazed how many people actually have a ton of 6 or more internet options, especially in larger towns. Now, does everybody? No, but a growing number. It's quite amazing how many do that. By the way, in NYC, thank you for being a member for 22 months. Everybody here, for being members here, Frank and others. I really do appreciate you subscribing to the channel, supporting us. It really does help. It says, I do feel low orbit satellite internet can help in areas like Yellowstone National Park since mobile data from Verizon is very weak. Yeah, we're already seeing T-Mobile and them test out or ask for public testing for people to sign up to get the text message from space. Even if you can't make a phone call, being able to text message as long as you have a line of sight, it's amazing. Frank, you are right. It can be expensive compared to some other services, but the average price is about $100 a month. And once you buy the startup kit, so if you're in rural America, that's actually not a bad deal for many people. Many people are already paying $100 a month for a fraction of the speed before, but it really changes all the time. And it's hard to say, like, I live in an area with a lot of options. My friends who are from Alaska, I know people who live in the rural villages who have had no options. Starlink at $100 a month has been a game changer for their ability to access the content. Could Disney Plus and Peacock be available on YouTube TV in the future? Sure. Do I think they will anytime soon? Probably not, because then they would have to give up part of their subscription to YouTube TV. Luke, do you think major sports games will ever be free through a channel on a streaming service? We already see some of that. Uh, Roku channel airs some Major League Baseball games, some um, NBA G League content. It's been streaming for free in Tubi and other places. And I think this is going to continue to become more and more popular. I can now get here in West Michigan the Chicago Bulls for free over there from that Chicago Sports Network. They got an affiliate here in Grand Rapids, Michigan market for the West Michigan area, and I can watch the Chicago Bulls games once again, this time for free with an antenna. I think you're going to see more and more become free with antennas in the near future, but in the long run, it wouldn't surprise me. They're still hoping people subscribe to stream it because it's a big part of what they do. All right. Earl says Comcast sent me a notice price increase. Uh, Earl, can you do me a favor? Can you send me an email over at Cord Cutters News, info at cordcuttersnews.com. Info at cordcuttersnews.com. If you could forward me that, I would really appreciate it. Because that really, we've been hearing some reports that, but I need some more to track it down. Let me follow up on an email I sent about that. See if I got any comment about. Um, yeah. All right. Yeah. I'll do a story. We'll do a story on that in a little bit, but I need a hard copy of that if you could help me. All right. There's my mouse. Lost my mouse. All right. So let's jump back in here. But what do you think? What do you think DirecTV's future plans are? Can they survive? Will we have DirecTV and Dish? I thought this is a serious XM type deal. We're separate, neither one are going to survive forever. Together, they could make it a while. But yeah. Chris, don't worry, you're a bit late. This was completely unscripted. I honestly, an hour ago, didn't even think I was going to do this. But I thought, hey, let's do it. It's Christmas. My wife's going to kill me. Why not do it? Unfortunately, I can't promise these are going to become regular. So my kids are old. My youngest son is actually autistic. Um, and love him dearly, takes up a lot of time, plus work and everything else. So very hard for me to commit between gymnastics and everything else happening in our kids' lives. Um, for me to say, yeah, I'm gonna get on here regularly. I would like to do this more often, but I just don't know when and how often that would be. Um, all right, with YouTube TV raising its prices, physical media dying out, and streaming services censoring or not providing content as originally intended, it feels like they're pushing people to piracy. It's always a gamble with that. I I don't think it's as big of a thing. If anything, piracy, I think overall is a less trend isn't what it was, as well say. I think it's still there. It's very popular, but I don't think it's what it once was not that long ago. Oh, all right. I think Dish and DirecTV can return to the table and merge still? I think they could. Will they? I don't know. The problem is Dish just has so much debt. I mean, DirecTV does too, but Dish has a lot of debt that's leaving people really wondering what, why merge with them and absorb all this debt if the people who own the debt aren't willing to make some type of deal to make it um you know, to kind of work out some type of deal. It's just that the debtors don't seem to be interested in working out a deal with DirecTV to make it happen. Why does this thing TV have an unlimited DVR? Just because of some of the content with that, they are finding themselves unwilling to um, rate offer it. Sling TV's deal has always been low prices. It's actually in our survey the second best streaming service for cord cutters, according to you, the viewers and readers who took our survey. Quite a few people did, um, and because of that, they are saying, "Hey, yeah, I can give you unlimited DVR because most people don't need it. They not what I'm saying, what you're saying. That allows us to keep our prices low. We'll see how it works out." Do you think Boost will ever have home internet? There's been definitely talk of it that they've been moving with the FCC and getting permission to use certain bandwidths to do it. I think they will eventually. Dish is moving away from being a TV company. They want to be a wireless provider, an internet provider, and a 5G network. We'll see how long that goes. How about once a month? Maybe. Question for everybody. What happens if I did an afternoon stream at like 3 p.m. Eastern or 4 p.m. Eastern one day? Is daytime streaming completely out? If late night ones, this is kind of easier for me because it's the holiday season. Normally on Thursday nights, we have a family thing that happens. What if a 3 p.m., Monday afternoon type stream or 4 p.m. Monday afternoon type stream? Yay? Nay? Leave me a comment. Let me know. Let's see here. Did I get an email back? All right. All right. Let's dive into it. I'm retired. Anytime is good. I'm actually kind of um surprised how many people here. Morning hours are better. I think that's kind of one of those tough things that everybody's gonna have a different time. Um, may not work for me if I could pop in, say hello. NYC says, I'll be there anytime works for me. I work from home. Yeah, it's one of those things is live streaming has kind of become interesting. I'll be honest, I watch some live streams as I'm working my desk. I'm behind three monitors here. One over here, and you guys right here. So it's kinda interesting. A lot more people are doing it. Weekday afternoons work. Yeah, I don't know when I will do it. I can't say it's gonna be a consistent time, but I wouldn't mind doing more of these. I would love to be more active a little bit in these live streams. Just with my, everything with my youngest and my oldest, getting into those preteen years. She's a middle schooler now, which is quite kinda crazy. Life's been kinda crazy. Do I see cable news dying out? I think there are more cable news channels that can thrive. Now, is MSNBC gonna be the one that dies out? Probably not. They're the second largest. Do I see in 5 years all these channels are news channels existing like they are now? I find that highly unlikely, to be honest with you. I think we're gonna see some channels not be able to make it. CNN could be one of them. Won't lie. Their ratings aren't great, and their costs are very high, though the new leadership's trying to make changes for that. What happened to the free curated version of MeTV Toons? Guess it's off the table. I can't pick up the channel in my area with an antenna. Yeah, so when MeTV Toons was announced back in May, they announced that a free, ad-supported streaming service channel would come. They didn't say where. They said come some partners. Some people speculated Pluto TV, the Roku channel, Tubi, and the like would get it. And then we haven't heard anything. Now, they haven't said it's not gonna happen, but they haven't said it is gonna happen. It's just kinda been out there, and they haven't really talked about it. But for now, we'll have to keep an eye on it and see what happens, but we're not seeing a lot of news on where that will go and, what happens with ATV Tunes. I think it's still to come. I think it's a contractual issue. I think they're having such luck with the cable and the over-there one, they don't wanna divide the success of people that are subscribing to, Friendly and Philo just to get access to ATV Tunes. It's really popular. I'm very shocked. But because of that, I think we're seeing a lot of people unwilling to give up or, unwilling to offer the free version as long as they think there's growth still in the paid side of it. Does that make sense? I'm trying to read and talk, and it doesn't always work well. 260 people. Hey, so great to see all of you here. Where's everybody from? Take a moment. There's a lot of people come in. Where's everybody from? Leave me a comment. Let me know where you're from. Um, Audio is getting bad again. I apologize. Audio is breaking up while you do that. Let me, take a look here. Maybe it's just time I get a new microphone, to be honest with you. I've had the same one for 8 years. Maybe it's time I get a new one. Let me, raise this up, mute that back there, and we'll take a look. A lot of people from Dallas, Texas, DC area, West Michigan, red shirt. Hello from a fellow West Michiganer. Um, Massachusetts, California. Always great to see people from all over the country and world. South Dakota, Warren, Michigan, all kinds of people. Can Disney Plus add Stanley? I mean, they could. Will they? I don't know. I want Disney Plus to add the original Bug Juice show. I don't so I was putting together some, like, Christmas presents for the kids, and this is a tool that came with one of them. It's sitting on my desk. I don't know why I'm playing with it. Just dad moment, folks. Middle of the night before Christmas, putting together the toys, and you end up with these random, tools that come. Uh, but it's great to see people from all over, a lot of Michigan people, Massachusetts. All right. Commander, again, thank you for the $5. That really does help us. We really appreciate it. But do you think ATSC 3.0, then what, many of you may know as next gen TV, will make it here in the US? I'm in, I guess, the Georgia market, and we don't even have a single station yet. I'm kind of surprised you don't, to be honest with you. It will make it there. It's far from dead. They're still expanding it. They're still growing it, and I don't think it's going anywhere, to be honest with you. What does that mean? Yeah, um, it is, coming when, I don't know, but keep an eye out for it. Alright, here's one. I love to see, bug juice added, but people have said it's due to contracts that's not on there. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. So, backstory, I went to that camp. The first camp, it was at Camp Waziata. I went there as a camper, went as CIT, became staff. I met a lot of people who were on that show. I still have friends that work at that camp, would love to. You know what's really sad when they brought out the new bug juice? Used to be you could find all the old episodes on YouTube, and when the new and Disney didn't do anything, but when the new bug juice show came out, Disney went out all the old stuff off of YouTube. They took it down, copyright claimed it all, and not took it down, not just, like, claimed the ad revenue, just took it down. Really sad, really, um, for me, it's my childhood, right? That's the camp I went to, that's the camp I loved so much, and it went it's gone off of YouTube. It was kind of fun to see that and think of the memories I've had over time with that. Alright, Minnesota, bunch of Arkansas, more Michigan people, Long Island, New York, North Carolina, Pennsylvania, Atlanta, near Flint, people from all over the place. It's great to see so many people here. Alright, let's change topics here. Oop, who watched the Netflix NFL Christmas Day game? I'm gonna be honest, I was very impressed with, how Netflix did. After the Tyson fight, um, Logan Paul, was it that one? Which brother did he fight? Whatever brother. That was a disaster. The reunion show they did, one of the first live streams, complete disaster. They've had a bad track record for live streams. Would love to know what kind of deal. Was it CBS streaming it? No, CBS produced that. Netflix aired it. Netflix offered, um, the the commentary crew and did the graphics and all that, but CBS actually, it was their cameras and their trucks and stuff doing it. Did CBS stream that? What did they do to make the stream so much better? But I know some people love to comment. Anybody who watches, I wanna hear from you. Some of the complaints about the stream was the user interface. In particular, if you stopped watching it and wanted to go back and start watching again, it did not give you an option to resume live. It tried to pick you up from either the beginning or where you left off in the live stream, and then you had to fast forward, um, with it. So, it'll be interesting to see what's happening there. Alright, let's take a look. Alright, you sent it to me, you sent the info one. I'll come in a minute. I got a story here. Here we go. Alright, I'm chatting with Comcast right now. They just replied to my email, and I'm replying to asking them a question. Alright, I just sent them one there. Let me see if I got your email. This is what real news looks like. Um, don't have let me see if it goes to my spam. Where they go? Info@corkersnews.com. Check your email, see if it bounce back to you because I don't see it yet, but wait and see. Alright, let's keep going. I liked it in the late '90s when it was called WWF. Yeah, still very popular. Interesting to see that WWE, um, did get better apparently. Very interesting to see. Alright. A lot of people are saying I'm reading the comments now. This is what live news here, right? You never know when news is gonna break, and you never know what it's gonna look like, so you always gotta be online to jump on it. But a lot of people are saying that they see oh, wait, maybe I'm in the wrong email? Yeah, maybe be always ready to be on it. Now, a lot of people are saying they really did like the, um, the my brain is turned off. Netflix stream. They thought it went very well, and they were very pleased with how that appeared and how it looked. So leave me a comment. Let me know. Were you pleased with Netflix's user interface? We know people stream. What did you think of the user interface and how that worked? Right, let's see here. Wrong file. I was in the wrong email. I gotta grab that and get back into it. There we go. Jump there. Jump here. relog myself back into the email account. Sorry, folks. Winter Garden, Florida. I bet it's a little bit warmer. Here we go. Earl. All right. Got it. All right. All right. Let's go call Comcast bluff because I think they were bluffing on me. Let's call Comcast bluff, folks. They were trying to tell me there was no price hike, but this sure looks like a price hike. Here we go. Let's look at details here. Comcast price hike breaking news. What are we looking at? That's a $7 price hike on TV package, folks. Let's take a look at these. Broadcast TV now $25. What? Regional sports current going down? Is that typo? I'll have to look into that 'cause this is oh, wait, different tier. No price hike. Looks like they're because they got rid of that RSNs on that package. So now if you're in the ultimate package, RSN fees go up to $11. Broadcast TV fee and RSN fees, $35, folks, now over at Comcast. Ooh, I'm gonna be getting a story up here, in a second. Alright, lot of price hikes across the board. Box fees going up from $10 a box to $12 for each box you have, folks, beyond the original first one. Um, is everyone going up in price? Yeah, we're all talking, "Hey, YouTube TV, Fubo, they're going up in price. I'm going back to cable." Well, guess what, folks? Some of this looks like you could be paying much more than $10 more a month in here. Wow, okay, I'm digging here. Um, TV adapter, um, what is it basic? 50 cents? Wonder what that is. First, second, 50 cents a month now. Auto pay discounts. Oh, here's they're getting you. The discount for auto pay is going from $5 a month to $2 a month. Womp, womp, womp. Man, they're getting you everywhere. Okay, let's get a calculator out here. If I have the, let's see here, some of these plans. What's a good plan to look here? Choice TV select with TV box. So that's going up to, let's see, it's 53.50. It's going to 60. So that's a $6.50 price hike, $6.50. Now, I am also going to see $1 or 80 85 cents here for that fee, plus 4, so a dollar, that's say 5-ish. Um, pay $3 more a month because you're getting less of a fee there. Pay 2 extra dollars a month for each device, so you have 2 additional cable boxes in your house beyond the main one that's free. Let's look at some other stuff here. Nothing to be big of it. That's over $16 in cable TV, um, new fees. So Comcast is going by as much as $16 for many customers. Alright, let me, whip this together. Going alright. Let's finish this news story real quick. You guys want me to do you wanna watch me do a quick news story? I actually have a template of this. I just need to change a few things in it. Alright. Live 24/7 breaking news does not sleep, folks. This is honestly, this is kinda what it looks like. This is what happens. You get some tips. I've actually been talking to Comcast on and off about this today, but then I just thank you so much for sending me that bill because now I got the bill. We'll make a few changes to Stripe and work on. And get this, internet packages going up from for Connect from $66 to $69. The gigabit going up from $116 to 100 a month. Let's see here. $25, not 26. And all right, finish this. Let's see if Comcast got back to me. All right, now let's just update that graphic. Hey, is this a compelling new videos? Kind of sorry, but this is kind of what my job looks like. This is literally what I do. When it happens in real time, we break it in real time and we get this out. What do you think? This is scouring the internet for stuff. All right, put that there, clean that, change. I want to change that image. I don't like that. All right, fill this. Comcast. Yeah, $16 a month higher. All right, folks. You all said, okay, you didn't all say this, but I heard a lot of people say, oh, YouTube TV is going up, Fubo is going up. I'm going back to Comcast. Well, there you go. By as much as $16 a month. Um, all right. And um Comcast TV fee, it will now cost. All right, what's Ultimate TV now cost? 6.25 plus 35 costs over $161. So if you want RSNs through Comcast, you will now pay over $161 a month for TV. Or how much is that per year? $1,935 or change, almost $2,000 a year, folks, if you want RSNs through Comcast. They wonder why people are canceling. That's why right there. That is why right there, folks. All right. Let's share this. Let's get this live. Let's let the world know what Comcast is doing here. Auto pay discount just $2 a month. Auto pay down. All right. Also, Comcast Essential Internet, $15 a month for their discount low income internet. All right, hidden post, folks. That's it. That's how the news dances. Now, admittedly, this is a little different because I had pre-written a story earlier. about this, and I'm just changing some information on it because I already knew some of the details of this. But hey, well, getting a copy of the cable bill right now, that made this a lot easier to do, just to be honest with you. That allowed me to confirm all this. And no, I did not include your cable bill with that. If you ever get a tip like that, you can use the contact us on the website, or you can send us an email to info@corecarsnews.com. Leave me a comment, let me know. I'll love to hear from you on what's happening with that. All right. There you go. Got it up, got it live, broke some news. Now I gotta find out which 5,000 tabs are all you on? Ah, where did you all go? Where are you? There you are. It's different. I'm looking at the wrong window. All right. I just can't believe that. 160 some dollars if you want RSNs through Comcast. That's the cheapest way, according to this bill, where they are to get it. And you'll pay almost $2,000 a year. Where are those? Going back to cable is cheaper, folks. Okay, I want to hear it. Where are you? Where are you? Go get. Honestly, I probably do have 5,000 tabs. Go get me Fubo, for all the downsides of Fubo, go get me DirecTV Stream and show me how that's $2,000 a year for that. And that's not even including device rental fees. That's only the core package, RSN fees, and broadcast TV fees. Let's not forget about device rentals going up. Let's not forget about others. I probably should put that in the news story. Device rental fees. Um, all right. Let me add that to the story right there. That's a good one to make sure that's in there. All right. You gotta love breaking news. All right. All right. Switch screens. Here we go. All right. I'm back. Jump stories here. Take a look at this. And yeah. Luke, have you seen problems with Roku TV's version 14.0? And all the HDMI ports, each update they do, my HDMI port stops working. And 4 days later, it's fixed. I have not seen that. Honestly, I have several Roku TVs and I've had no issues. TV could be going bad. I would contact your manufacturer or Roku for help with that. All right. Any news channels on Max streaming service, live channels? They actually do have a CNN feed that is live feed. It's not necessarily a live feed of the CNN cable channel. It does include some of the content is a custom channel made for Max. So is some there. T-Mobile Unlimited do get the MLB extra innings. It's worth $150 a year. It's a pretty good deal. Check it out. Hey, Luke, do you think YouTube TV will get 8 hours? I mean, if they do, you're going to pay more money. The fact is, price hike, maybe they get one or two, but problem is those are very expensive channels, and they've just kind of said that's probably not worth it. Yeah, it really does add up. DirecTV is not as bad. I pay $110 a month. Depends on what channels and packages you are getting. This is for Comcast's most expensive package, but it's now the only one that carries Bally Sports. If you're somebody who really wants Bally Sports, that's the one you're going to have to get. It's just the one that they have it on. Do I see AMC shutting down BBC America? Now, BBC America used to be a joint venture between uh, AMC and BBC. Now, slowly that's been shifting to AMC, and now there are. I don't know if this is actually closed. I have to look at the details, but they announced a deal to become the sole owner. It may already have happened where they took full control over it. Um, but for now, it seems that uh, they are taking over. Now, are they going to keep the BBC American name? I wouldn't be surprised if they have to change it. But let's be honest, most of the content on there hasn't been BBC content in a long time. Though they do say there is a deal in place that will allow them to continue to offer BBC related content there, but we'll wait and see how that all works out. Adam, it's good to have you here. Welcome. Here's one, Raymond. I only use free ad-supported streaming services. You're part of a growing trend of cord cutters. Heck, throw in an antenna, some DVDs of your favorite all-time shows. Increasingly, there's a growing pushback against the number of services people pay for. They are increasingly moving to free ad-supported services with maybe one or two paid. In a recent survey of over 1,000 cord cutters news readers, the vast majority of our readers said they paid for 3 or fewer streaming services, over half, I should say, of our readers. Yeah, with the vast majority paying for 4 or fewer. That's down significantly from the peak of 2020. Very interesting to see how that's all playing out. All right, I don't understand why ad-supported streaming services are so popular. Because 'cause they're free. Honestly, I really love the Price is Right channel. My wife and I watch it. If you're watching cable TV and you're watching reruns of House, just huge fan of House, love that show. But you're watching it and it just, USA networks still play huge marathons of House. It seemed like every time I used to turn it on, it was always House. I'm watching ads there, or I can watch it for free, and maybe not that one, similar show free on Pluto TV. One I'm paying for and watching ads, one I'm getting it for free and watching ads. There are people who don't want that, and that's great. There's so many ones out there, other options with it to check out. I think that's why so many people are like, Luke, what do you think about TiVo and how it works? I think it's great. TiVo is just a DVR. You buy a subscription, you stream your content, multiple TVs from it. It the death of cable cards from many cable providers is making them harder for cable. Still some very good over the air. TiVo though is kind of not what they used to be. It's definitely not dominating the market like they once have, but it's still a very good product. Did Fargo, North Dakota about to upgrade its TVs to next gen TV? I think they are. I don't know the exact date on that. Pokemon TV is on YouTube or YouTube TV? Are you just talking about the feed on their YouTube page? Is YouTube actually has quite a bit of cartoon stuff. They Hasbro, I think is they want the GI Joe. They often have a 24/7 GI Joe feed. It's amazing how many legit free legal feeds of old cartoon shows being posted on there. Um, all right, hey man, I went to school with that dude. Which dude, Jeffrey? Um, all right, regular YouTube. Yeah, again, YouTube is a great source for a bunch of legal content. Home Alone 4. I mean, let's talk about the great classic movie Home Alone 4. Okay. Honestly, YouTube has its own free ad section of movies, and a lot of them are ad free if you're a YouTube Premium member. I'm a YouTube Premium um, uh, member at the family plan because I don't want my kids to see ads when they're watching YouTube. I have a 12-year-old. If you're a parent, you know what I'm talking about. Then benefit, a lot of free content there with that. That's ad free on YouTube. So if you're a YouTube premium member or subscriber, check out the free movies over there. You'd be amazed how much content is available with it. Am I going to CES? Not this year. No, I got some other stuff happening. I'm not going to CES, but we will have coverage. We have a bunch of press stuff we're doing. Yes, not what it used to be for cord cutting. When I would go to CS early on, it was a great way, one, when I was brand new, to just build relationships with, like, companies like Roku and others, and some of them are still there, but the vast majority of them are not. I was actually shocked last year how few streaming services were actually at CES, at NAB. A lot of these companies have pulled out of these in the world of streaming and cord cutting. There's still massive events, a lot of companies there, but some of the streaming services I used to meet with do still go, but not like they used to. It's kind of shocking. When did USA Network shut down? I don't think anytime soon. Could they be losing some of their sports networks? Oh, yeah. I wouldn't be surprised at all to see a lot of those sports networks moving over to, Max or, excuse me, Peacock is Comcast, 'cause once that, spinoff becomes a reality. Alright. I love playing videos at 2.5 YouTube videos at 2.5 speed. I do that sometimes, especially for audiobooks. I don't go quite 2.5 for audiobooks. I do play it faster. It's a really a good one. It's kinda crazy that subscribing to YouTube TV won't give you regular ad-free YouTube. I mean, you could, it'd probably be another price hike, though. Remember, every time you, try to add something to something like Fubo or YouTube TV, the price is gonna go up. Is there any updates about Philo adding more channels? Maybe, like, increasingly, the channels that remain would result in them have to take in big bundles, right? The partners that they don't have, like, say, Disney, well, Disney's not, at least now, has made it clear, if you want the Disney Channel, you also have to carry ESPN. If you want ESPN, you also have to carry the Disney Channel. That puts Philo in a tough spot. They're unwilling to take those big bundles. Doesn't mean they couldn't add more small channels, but some of the big ones a lot of people have been asking for, I think, are unlikely because if they add, like I said, the Disney Channel, they also have to add ESPN, and they're unwilling to do that. Same with some of the Fox channels and others. Could that change? Could that, could we see more content added? Could Fox someday say, "Hey, yeah, we'll put Fox News at Philo or whatever, and not Fox Sports Network because we're launching a Fox Sports deal if the new sports network gets off the ground?" Maybe, but for now, I think it isn't gonna happen. Alright, let's do about, I don't know, 10 more minutes here. We've been doing this over an hour. Leave me a comment, let me know, do you like these? We had some breaking news happen. Thanks for you for the tip. We had some, um, big paperwork, things here. We tested out a new user interface. We did an eye test of, do you like option A or do you like option B? And more with it. There were some other ones here. Let's see here. This is interesting one. Price hikes table. Most Spectrum customers in May of 2025 no longer pay for cable TV. First quarter, just 52% of their residents or Spectrum customers pay for TV. Now that do we see increasingly continue dropping numbers. Here we go. Spectrum's best for TV, but less than 50%. 52% of its customers do not pay for TV. So only 47.5% in May. I wonder how low that is. I wonder what the change is on that. What do you think? Do you think they're down to closer to 45% yet? Oh, leave me a comment. I predict in a few years it'll be down to just like 30% of their TV customers. G Alaska's, I forget, GCI, something like that, largest cable TV company in Alaska, reported losing something like 70% of its internet customer or TV customers. And now the vast majority of their customers are internet only, and because of that, they shut down TV. But hey, it is a Thursday night. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, whatever you may celebrate. I had a very good Christmas. Very fun to see my 3-year-old get so excited to open his presents. My 12-year-old too, it's great to see him, but about that 3-year-old first Christmas where he really got into this, like, ripping into the plastic, into the packaging and everything. I think if you're a parent, you know what I'm talking about that first time they really, you're not the, used to be, you take your hand over them and you slowly peel back the paper and you're like, "You just opened it." Really, the parent did that. First time that kid is ripping the paper all up themselves, that's a fun moment for a parent. But I hope you all have a happy New Year, wherever you may celebrate. I thank you. I do have a special coming up. Where are we on the big subscriber count? Right. Earlier this year, I set a goal of 300,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and I thought, It's never gonna happen. But I thought it was ballpark. I thought really it would happen in January, and I thought, "Oh, man, oh, you know, it's good to have a goal to strive for." But now we're only 550 some, subscribers away from hitting 300,000. I'll try to do a special live stream if we hit 300,000. I'm also gonna buy a new microphone. Like I said, this is the same microphone I've been using ever since I started the weekly Q&As. So maybe it's time I get a new one. Maybe it's also, let's be honest, the audio and video quality is never as good on this versus what you get with a pre-recorded one. I will have, um, I will have a special cord cutting today tomorrow as we're testing out some new technology that may or may not implement into the cord cutting space. Leave me a comment, let me know what you think of it. I'd love to hear from you what you think. Dancing Dog 60. Hey, thank you so much for the $5. The super chats are so nice, so helpful. They really do help us be successful, be able to support what we do here. But one thing sports fans can do is old school listen to games on the radio. Honestly, I know some fans here in Michigan who did that a lot because the Tigers were very hard to watch. It's more and more popular. Honestly, though, often the play-by-play people are better than the TV people. There's some very good TV people, play-by-play. It's not a bad deal. Um, but yeah, so we'll look at getting a new microphone, doing some different stuff. But Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, whatever you may celebrate. I hope you're having a fantastic holiday season. Thank you. We'll talk about this more in the 300,000 live stream, hopefully next week. We'll see. But 2024 was the best year ever on our YouTube channel by so many metrics. Most views, most growth. We're very, very happy. It's hard to believe that we're almost at 300,000. And what boggles my mind is that's 100,000 more people than when I bought the site back just 2 years ago. We've jumped by almost by roughly 100,000, actually more than 100,000. We weren't even at 200,000 when I bought it back. Boggles my mind how many people here are active. Had no idea of me before I bought back the YouTube channel. No idea somebody else ran it for a while. No idea that I'm back again. So it's so great to see that. Merry Christmas. I gotta get out of here. My wife's gonna pull me away if I don't. Take care. Be safe. Um, and we'll be back again real soon. Wait a second. I have to let that kind of sit before I hit the stop button or it kind of cuts off my final segment. Let's see here. All right. Take care. Be safe. I'll talk to you all again.